Let's start the topic with anti-Parkinsonian drugs. These drugs used for the treatment of Parkinson's disease. The disease is characterized by tremor, rigidity, bradykinesia, and the loss of postural reflexes. There is two types of Parkinsonism: idiopathic and drug-induced. In idiopathic Parkinsonism, there is degeneration of the dopamine-containing neurons in the substantia nigra, resulting in dopamine deficiency. Hence, the balance between inhibitory dopaminergic neurons and excitatory cholinergic neurons is disturbed, resulting in relatively cholinergic overactivity. The classification of the anti-Parkinsonian drugs includes: first, the drugs that influence brain dopaminergic system, and the drugs that influence brain cholinergic system. So let's talk about the drug that influence brain dopaminergic system. First is dopamine precursor, that is levodopa. Second is dopamine agonist, that is it includes bromocriptine, pramipexole, and ropinirole. Third is NMDA receptor antagonist, it constitutes amantadine. Fourth is MAO-B inhibitors, it includes salicylic and rasagiline. Fifth is COMT inhibitors, it includes tolcapone and entacapone. And second is drugs influencing brain cholinergic system. So in this, first is centrally acting anticholinergic drugs. It includes benztropine, benzhexol, procyclidine, and biperidine. And the second is antihistaminics with anticholinergic activity. It includes promethazine, diphenhydramine, and orphanadrine. So let's talk about dopamine precursor levodopa. Levodopa is the main drug for the treatment of idiopathic Parkinsonism. Dopamine does not cross blood-brain barrier, hence its immediate precursor levodopa is used. It is converted to dopamine by decarboxylase enzyme in the dopaminergic neurons of the striatum. Dopamine produced then interacts with D2 receptor in the basal ganglia to produce anti-Parkinsonian effect. In early stages of the disease, improvement is almost complete. All the clinical symptoms like rigidity, bradykinesia, and tremor of Parkinsonism improve, but the progression of the disease is not stopped. A large amount of the drug is converted to dopamine in the peripheral tissue by peripheral decarboxylase enzyme. Only a small amount of levodopa, that is 2 to 3%, enters the brain. Therefore, levodopa is used in combination with carbidopa or benserazide, that is peripheral decarboxylase inhibitor, which does not cross the blood-brain barrier. The peripheral metabolism of levodopa is reduced, thus increasing its bioavailability in the basal ganglia. And the pharmacokinetics of the levodopa is: on oral administration, levodopa is rapidly absorbed from the small intestine by an active transport system. Amino acids present in food may interfere with the absorption of levodopa. Hence, it should be given 30 to 60 minutes before meal. Active transport of levodopa into the brain may be inhibited by competition from dietary amino acids. The adverse effects of levodopa in GRT are nausea, vomiting, and anorexia. Tolerance to emetic effect develops slowly. In CVS, the commonest cardiovascular side effect is postural hypotension, which is usually asymptomatic. It can also cause tachycardia, palpitation, and rarely cardiac arrhythmias. Dyskinesia like tics, tremors, and choreoathetoid movements may occur. Tolerance does not develop to abnormal movements. And fourth is alteration in taste sensation. Fifth is mental changes like insomnia, confusion, delusion, euphoria, depression, anxiety, hallucination, and nightmares. And the last adverse effect of levodopa is fluctuation in response. After 3 to 5 years of therapy with progressing disease, control becomes poor and fluctuation in symptoms occur frequently. Wearing off, that is the end of dose, is due to decrease in plasma concentration of levodopa towards the end of a dose interval. Patient may show fluctuation in response, that is being of loss of beneficial effect of the drug and being on relief of most of the symptoms but with disabling dyskinesia, called the on-off phenomena. Sustained release formulation of levodopa carbidopa produces more stable plasma levodopa levels and helps to reduce fluctuation in response. End of dose deterioration can also be improved by administering levodopa in smaller and more frequent doses. Let's talk about peripheral decarboxylase inhibitors, that is carbidopa and benzaldehyde. Carbidopa and benzaldehyde are peripheral decarboxylase inhibitors. These drugs do not cross blood-brain barrier. Levodopa is always given in combination with carbidopa or benzaldehyde. The currently used combination are levodopa plus carbidopa or benzaldehyde is 4:1 ratio. The advantages of these fixed dose combinations are: first, increased bioavailability of dopamine in the basal ganglia. Hence, the dose of levodopa can be reduced by 75%. Second, prolongation of plasma half-life of levodopa. Third is reduction in the incidence of GI side effects like nausea and vomiting. Fourth is cardiovascular side effects like tachycardia, hypotension, and cardiac arrhythmias are minimized. Fifth is better patient compliance. And sixth is sustained release preparation of levodopa carbidopa helps to reduce on-off phenomena. Dopamine receptor agonist. These drugs have direct action on dopamine receptors. Like levodopa, they can relieve signs and symptoms of Parkinsonism. They are administered orally. The duration of action of these drugs is longer than that of levodopa, and these are used particularly in patients who have frequent fluctuation of symptoms. First is bromocriptine. Bromocriptine is an ergot derivative, has agonistic action at D2 receptor and partial agonist at D1 receptor. The adverse effects of bromocriptine are anorexia, nausea, vomiting, constipation, postural hypotension, cardiac arrhythmias, digital vasospasm, dyskinesia, headache, confusion, hallucination, and nasal congestion. It is contraindicated in patients with history of mental illness, recent MI, peptic ulcer, and peripheral vascular disease. Ropinirole and pramipexole. These are non-ergonic derivatives, hence ergot-related side effects are not seen. These drugs are often used in the initial treatment of Parkinsonism. They can be used as monotherapy or in combination with levodopa carbidopa. The other indication of these non-ergolines is in restless leg syndrome. The adverse effects of these drugs are nausea, vomiting, confusion, fatigue, hallucination, postural hypotension, dyskinesia, and rarely sudden attacks of irresistible sleep during daytime. COMT inhibitors, tolcapone and entacapone. Tolcapone and entacapone are reversible COMT inhibitors. By inhibiting the peripheral metabolism of levodopa 2,3-O-methyl-dopa, they increase the half-life of levodopa and also enhance its bioavailability in the CNS. The on time is prolonged and the dose of levodopa can be reduced. Tolcapone has both peripheral and central action with relatively longer duration of action, whereas entacapone inhibits COMT only in the periphery. These drugs are used as adjunct to levodopa-carbidopa for advanced cases of Parkinson's disease. Combined preparation of levodopa plus carbidopa plus entacapone is available. The adverse effects of this drug are dyskinesia, nausea, diarrhea, confusion, hypotension, and hallucination. Tolcapone may rarely cause fulminant hepatitis, hence it should be avoided in patients with liver disease. Entacapone does not cause hepatotoxicity. MAO-B inhibitors, selegiline and rasagiline. They selectively and irreversibly inhibit MAO-B enzyme in the brain. They are administered orally. They do not inhibit MAO in the periphery. They retard the metabolism of dopamine in the brain and prevent the formation of toxic metabolites. Thus, they produce neuroprotective effect in the idiopathic Parkinson's disease and retard the progression of disease. They enhance as well as prolong the effect of levodopa. They also reduce on-off and wearing off phenomena. Rasagiline is more potent and longer acting than selegiline. Hence, single daily dose is adequate. The metabolites of selegiline are amphetamine and methamphetamine, which cause side effects like insomnia, anxiety, nausea, and vomiting. The other drug used in the Parkinson's disease is NMDA receptor antagonist, that is amantadine. Amantadine is an antiviral drug used for the treatment and prophylaxis of influenza A. It is also used in Parkinsonism. It facilitates the synthesis and release of dopamine from dopaminergic neurons in the brain. It also has NMDA receptor antagonist action that decreases glutamate neurotransmission in the basal ganglia, which could contribute to its beneficial effect in the Parkinsonism. It is less effective than levodopa, hence used for the initial treatment of mild Parkinsonism. Its therapeutic activity may be increased by combining with levodopa. It is given by oral route and is well tolerated. The adverse effects of this drug are headache, heart failure, hypotension, hallucination, nausea, vomiting, constipation, dry mouth, insomnia, and livedo reticularis, that is discolored patches on the skin. The last drug used in the Parkinson's disease is central anticholinergics. Centrally acting anticholinergics like benzohexol and benztropine are the treatment of choice in drug-induced Parkinsonism and are also effective in idiopathic Parkinsonism. They have mainly central action with minimal peripheral action. They act by reducing the increased cholinergic activity in the striatum. They are less effective than levodopa but are cheap and better tolerated. They are mainly effective in relieving tremor and rigidity of Parkinsonism with little effect on hypokinesia. Adverse effects are dry mouth, confusion, constipation, blurring of vision, drowsiness, hallucination, and urinary retention. Antihistaminics with anticholinergic effect like promethazine, diphenhydramine, or phenadrine, etc., are also effective in decreasing cholinergic overactivity in basal ganglia. The most important point about levodopa is that it is not effective in drug-induced Parkinsonism because dopamine receptors are blocked and there is no deficiency of dopamine. The last section of this topic is drug interaction. The first is levodopa with MAO inhibitors non-selective. Inhibition of MAO retards the metabolism of dopamine and it causes plasma concentration of dopamine increases and may precipitate hypertensive crisis. Second is levodopa with pyridoxine. Pyridoxine promotes the peripheral conversion of levodopa to dopamine and reduces the therapeutic effect of levodopa. Third is levodopa with antihypertensive agents. It causes worsening of postural hypotension. And fourth and last is levodopa with metoclopramide. Metoclopramide crosses the blood-brain barrier, blocks the D2 receptors in the basal ganglia and causes drug-induced Parkinsonism. That is, it interferes with anti-Parkinsonian effect of levodopa. Domperidone poorly crosses blood-brain barrier, hence there is no interference with therapeutic effect of levodopa. Thanks for watching.